Are we live? Call the meeting to order. Got a statement here somewhere. Today's meeting is being streamed live via the Township of Addington Highlands YouTube channel. To those present in the gallery today, by attending a public meeting of council, you are consenting to your image, voice, and comments being recorded. Anyone invited to speak will be recorded, and their voice, image, and comments will form part of the live stream. The chair and/or clerk have the discretion and authority at any time to direct the termination or interruption of the live streaming. Such direction will only be given in exceptional circumstances where deemed relevant. Circumstances may include instances where the content of debate is considered misleading, defamatory, or potentially inappropriate to be published. Notice is hereby provided that under the authority of the Municipal Act 2001 and in accordance with Ontario's Municipal Freedom of Information and Protection of Privacy Act, that all information provided for or at a public meeting / consultation or other public process are considered part of the public record. Members of council, staff, delegations, and attendees should be mindful of using names of individuals or entities when discussing matters in public. Attendees are advised that they may be subject to legal action if their actions result in inappropriate and/or unacceptable behavior and/or comments. As part of the township's procedural bylaw as amended, all votes during electronic meetings will be recorded votes. All of council is present in the meeting room of the Addington Highlands Community Center in Denbigh. Thank you. Now I need a motion to approve the agenda. Councillor Thompson, Councillor Yance. Any additional items? Ready for the vote. Councillor Thompson,
Yes.
Councillor Hook.
Yes.
Deputy Reeve Fritsch.
Yes.
Councillor Yance.
Yes,
That motion is carried. Adoption of the minutes of the regular meeting dated September the 2nd, 2025. Councillor Hook, Deputy Reeve Fritsch. Are there any errors or omissions? Ready for the vote. Councillor Thompson,
Yes.
Councillor Hook.
Yes.
Deputy Reeve Fritsch.
Yes.
Councillor Yance.
yes,
That motion is carried. Adoption of the special meeting minutes dated September the 9th, 2025. Councillor Thompson, Councillor Yance, any errors or omissions? Ready for the vote. Councillor Thompson,
Yes.
Councillor Hook,
Yes.
Deputy Reeve Fritsch.
Yes.
Councillor Yance.
yes,
That motion is carried. Business arising from the minutes. None noted. No delegation. Disclosure of peculiar interest in the general nature thereof. None noted. No delegations. The Horizon report. The closed meeting was held at 11:30 a.m. today pursuant to section 239, sub 2 of the Municipal Act as amended, at which recommendations were made to adopt closed meeting minutes of August the 19th, 2025, to receive updates regarding litigation or potential litigation affecting the municipal, to adopt a recommendation to direct staff to advise the solicitor to negotiate a settlement in a legal matter within the established parameters, to receive an update regarding Ward 1 operator position and provide discretion on next steps, and to discuss personnel matters about identifiable individual, more specific, a township employee. I need a motion to resolve that the recommendation be adopted. Deputy Reeve Fritsch, Councillor Hook. Any question? Ready for the vote. Councillor Thompson,
Yes.
Councillor Hook,
Yes.
Deputy Reeve Fritsch,
Yes.
Councillor Yance.
yes,
That motion is carried. Okay, we've got a request from the Flinton Recreation Club. Ken,
I'm sure we'll probably defer this to budget, but looks like a lot of great ideas. It's a big ask, $5,000. I'm just wondering if This would fall under the LNA Activation Fund, because it might, it's a new event, and it would be a good event for that. I will see Rob Plumley tomorrow at the head meeting, and maybe I could just put the question to him as that's something they would consider. Because they do fund up to $5,000 for events.
Helen,
I think that sounds like a good idea, Ken. My question is, we normally do not donate to rec clubs. We have two here in the township, one in Denbigh and one in Flinton. Is that correct? If I may ask? Okay, so we normally wouldn't, this wouldn't fall under our procedures or our bylaws or whatever.
Ken,
Years ago, there was a celebration of the, I think it was called the 150th anniversary of the naming of Cloyne. I'm just wondering if the township ever gave money for that. It would be like a similar celebration. That was before my term on this council, so if anybody recalls.
neither do I. Must be quite a while ago. We may not have, we may have just not donated, I don't recall. Tony,
Well, maybe a go forward thing is to refer it to budget, but also to encourage them to pursue grant opportunities. Because there's no guarantee the township next year would be able to fund it. It's just referring it to budget.
Yeah.
So they should, rightfully so, pursue grant opportunities in the meantime.
you're making a motion of that,
Yeah.
effect? Seconded by Ken. Any further discussion? Ready for the vote? Counselor Thompson,
Oh, yes.
Counselor Hook,
Yes,
Deputy Reeve Fritz,
Yes,
Counselor Yance.
Yes,
That motion is carried. Now we've got Denbigh and vernacular memorial barriers. Counselor Yance,
I'll make a motion to approve.
second by Counselor Fritz, Deputy Reeve Fritz. Any questions, comments? Ready for the vote? Counselor Thompson,
Yes.
Counselor Hook,
yes,
Deputy Reeve Fritz,
yes,
Counselor Yance.
Yes,
That motion is carried. Now we got Wall in Flinton. Deputy Reeve Fritz.
yeah. I just have a question, not about the event. It's not a great event. It's typically if we approve the exemption to noise bylaw law, we are approving it for a time frame. Otherwise, and I don't know if that's been determined yet. So I didn't see it in there, and the only other question, I mean, this is an approved fire pit. I don't know where do you know where the fire pit's going, or? Yeah, I'm not sure what, I'm not sure what an approved fire pit is.
Yeah, well, there's fire chiefs behind you.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're referring to by the approved fire pit. I do know that when the other events were going on, the fiddlers, the bluegrass stuff and whatnot, that there was no fires allowed on the township property there. So I'm not sure how that would come into play, but that's council's decision.
Helen, you got a question?
yes, I think maybe we should have our questions sent back to Ms. McLean and have those answered, and then we could make a better decision.
So you're making a motion to refer that back to.
I'll make that motion.
Any other questions regarding the event? ongoing events, I guess, Tony.
Just a comment, I mean, as far as noise exemption, just once we have the information, it's very likely we never turn those down anyway, right? So it's just trying to get a couple more pieces of information.
Could I just ask, in terms of clarification for the fire pit, do you want me to get a site plan and where they're proposing this fire pit and how they're proposing it to be laid out?
I guess I'd have concerns about fire pits anywhere, anytime, but anyway,
Well, I suppose we could get more details on it, and then at that point,
okay,
we'll forward them to the fire chief.
yeah, for his approval.
And we'll get
Okay.
council's, approval at that point based on his recommendation.
Good point. We had a motion, didn't we?
I have.
Seconder? Counselor Thompson, any comments or questions? We refer back to Ms. McLean for clarification. Ready for the vote, Counselor Thompson,
Yes.
Counselor Hook.
Yes.
Deputy Reed Fritz.
Yes.
Counselor Yash.
Yes,
That motion is carried. Now we got a request from Terry Wood for sponsorship. Deputy Reed
Yeah.
Fritz.
Everybody's always got some great ideas in our community, which is good. I have a question though around this one. Is that who do these items actually belong to once they're acquired? What organization?
Is there is there just a personal?
If you're running it through the township, I don't see that in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so in anticipation of that question, I reached back out to Terry for some clarification. And I asked her specifically if she was applying as an individual, because I do know that trunk or treat, that extremely successful trunk or treat event is all Terry. She's the one that puts that on. Or whether she was asking as a representative of an organization. And her response to me is that that's where she falls into problems a lot of the time, because 90% of the time she does do the events on her own. So she would be applying on behalf of herself for all the community events / stuff that she does.
I wonder if any grants would look favorably on an individual. Anyway, I guess that's not be decided. Helen,
yeah, I'm just having some difficulty with this too. I know Terry does such great work in our community and it's most appreciated by everyone. I'm just kind of concerned that it is just a person that's would be applying for any of these grants as well. I'm not quite sure why the Flint and Rec Club, surely they could have an offshoot of another little group, so Terry and could fulfill these, questions or apply for grants. Just a comment.
what's your wishes then? Ken,
Well, it seems like a good idea that if there was a closer association with Terry and the Flint and Rec Club, so the ownership of these devices would be under the under the Flint and Rec Club, that would be probably an easier one to approve, I think. But yeah, when an individual is approving, even though that the donors think that's a great idea, we have to look at the ownership. So I think it's a good point to bring up.
so what's,
I'll make a motion that Terry be approached to come to some kind of agreement with ownership with the Flint and Rec Club.
We're going.
second by Tony? Tony? Did you have a question or?
Yeah, I probably can't comment until there's a seconder, can I, or?
I should have a second for
Yeah,
Helen. Go ahead.
just suggesting an amendment, maybe it could be part of any nonprofit organization. Cause she might, it could be some other one in the community. Is that okay? As a friendly amendment?
Any other questions or comments? Ready for the vote? Counselor Thompson,
Yes.
Counselor Hook,
Yes.
Deputy Reeve Fritz,
Yes.
Counselor Yance.
Yes,
That motion is carried. Now we got a resolution from the Township of Rio Lakes. This is
So-
past history. I'd say past history, AMO conference.
Yeah, yeah, it is passed. And also it doesn't actually, it looks like when you read it that you're just asking you to receive it and asking us to attend. It's not supporting their resolution. They're just trying to find a way to distribute it, it looks like. So I'd make a motion to receive. Or was it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Seconded by Helen. Further comments? Ready for the vote? Counselor Thompson,
Yes.
Counselor Hook,
Yes.
Deputy Reeve Fritz,
Yes.
Counselor Yannick.
yes,
That motion is carried. Now we got a resolution from the Township of West Lincoln. An Elect Respect campaign. Helen,
I make a motion to receive and support.
seconder, Counselor Hook. Comments, questions? Ready for the vote? Counselor Thompson,
Yes.
Counselor Hook,
Yes.
Deputy Reeve Fritz, Counselor
Yes.
Yannick. Motion is carried. Another resolution from the Township of West Lincoln.
Oh,
Deputy Reeve Fritz,
oh. I make a motion to receive and support.
seconder, Counselor Hook. Comments? Ready for the vote? Counselor Thompson,
Yes.
Counselor Hook,
Yes.
Deputy Reeve Fritz,
Yes.
Counselor Yash.
Yes,
That motion is carried. Okay. Resolution from the city of Brantford. Did I miss one?
There was one from the town of Grimsby, but I'm noticing it's the same elect respect pledge that we already endorsed earlier in the agenda. So we
Okay.
can loop that into.
Mhm. So we got a resolution from the city of Brantford. Scrap metal legislation. Bill system. Counselor Hook,
Motion to receive and support.
second Counselor Yash. Questions, comments? Ready for the vote? Counselor. Sorry,
Well, seeing that we have had scrap stolen from our waste sites before, and it's, seems to be a common practice. And the bail system does need reform. We've heard it right from our OPP officers that are community policing, that it's like a merry-go-round, that, there's arrest made and the judge puts them out on bail. And it's very frustrating, not only for residents, but frustrating for our OPP officers. So I would fully support this one.
Tony.
Yeah. The other comment is, because they were referring to the municipal scrap metal bylaw, which intrigued me, so I went digging to see what was in it and what they were suggesting be provincial wide without repeating it all. Essentially, they have some prohibited items that you can't take to a scrapyard, like things that you might think somebody shouldn't be walking around with, like a manhole cover, guardrails, water meters and stuff like that, which people would bring in, brass sprinkler heads out of a building, so people would, so that you can never take them to a scrapyard. Then they have a bunch of restricted items, you know, things that you might think people would get illegally, like a, you know, 1,000 pounds of copper wire or something like that, that goes into a scrapyard. They actually have to log it, record it, etc. And also that scrapyards can no longer pay cash for anything. Everything would have to be a documented transaction. So if anybody's gone to a scrapyard, you know, you always get paid in cash. So.
Any other comments? Ready for the vote? Counselor Thompson,
Yes.
Counselor Hook,
Yes,
Deputy Reeve Fritz.
Yes,
Counselor Yash.
Yes,
That motion is carried. Matters for information. There's 3 matters for information. Counselor
I
Thompson,
make a motion to receive all matters for information.
seconder, Counselor Yash. Comments? Ready for the vote? Counselor Thompson,
Yes.
Counselor Hook.
yes,
Deputy Reeve Fritz.
yes,
Counselor Yash.
yes,
That motion is carried. Committees and boards. Wait, meeting minutes from on August 19th for the Waste Management Committee. Motion to receive. Deputy Reeve Fritz, seconded by Counselor Yance. Any questions? Ready for the vote? Counselor Thompson,
Yes.
Counselor Hook,
yes,
Deputy Reeve Fritz,
yes.
Counselor Yance.
yes.
That motion is carried. Now we've got a depot operations agreement. Yeah, Brett.
Afternoon, everybody. This report came out after our last waste management and waste diversion committee meeting on there last week. I want to thank everybody that was able to attend. It was kind of short notice and we did it in a hurry so we could get it on to this meeting's agenda. So I appreciate everybody coming out and working to get a little bit of resolve to this situation with recycling and depots. So just some background information to start. July 30th, the township received a proposed depot operations agreement from CMO. This was for the township to continue handling the recycling at our depots, but eliminated the hauling and the cost of the storage bins. August 19th, we'd held a meeting with our waste management and waste diversion committee to go over the agreement. Several questions were brought up from myself to take back to CMO. So I sent those questions off to CMO, and they requested a meeting with me. I met with their representatives virtually and stated the questions and concerns that we had with the agreement. We both had some takeaways to accomplish, and I continued to work with CMO to resolve the issues. I guess at that meeting, I'll note that CMO was very interested in trying to work with us to come up with some kind of arrangement for the recycling in our facilities. They're very interested in the township continuing to handle the recycling in our facilities. As I stated, the township was still interested in doing it as well. So it was a very positive meeting. September 10th, CMO supplied some revisions for the contract and the waste management waste diversion committee to review. So we held that meeting on the 10th. Or sorry, that was the 10th I received the information. The 11th we had the meeting. Out of that meeting, we reviewed all the answers or questions and answers that we received, and the proposed dollar value that they were talking about for recycling at our facilities, and we have a recommendation from that committee that well, you can read it there. The Waste Management Waste Diversion Committee had a meeting to discuss the agreement on the 11th of September 2025 and recommend that the Township of Addington Highlands enters into a depot operations agreement to operate the Blue Box program as a contractor to CMO on the basis that the financial compensation is considered acceptable and the Township of Addington Highlands can continue to provide service to eligible sources at the current depot locations with minimum service level changes. And then point one was that the township enters into that agreement. It's a 3-year agreement, so January 1st, 2026 to January 1st, 2029. And the second part to that was to give the Reeve and CAO authorization to execute the depot operations agreement with Circular Materials. Christine's probably got some points.
No, just one thing. We would do that by bylaw. So we would bring a bylaw back to the October 7th meeting to authorize the execution of it.
Ellen,
This is just a quick question here. I'm not sure what circular materials are.
The Circular Materials are the ones that are doing the recycling for all of Ontario. They're the ones that are making all the arrangements for the recycling in Ontario, so no problem.
I guess we need, Ken,
It's a question further from what Helen asked. Is the desire is the province wants the producers of this material to pay for it, right? Is it 100%, do you know, producer paying or are the ratepayers, taxpayers of Ontario kicking in money as well?
we're paying.
Well, I think.
I guess we're paying
think-
it through the
Yeah,
consumer when
we're
we buy
paying
goods,
it
right?
one way or the other, I guess is the best way to put it.
But you don't know if any upfront money is coming from the province.
I couldn't tell you that whether the province is supplying any money to Circular Materials to get going, so,
In the end, I guess we're all paying anyway, so, yeah.
yeah.
Any other questions? Tony?
Just a comment. I do want to just recognize that Brett and other staff have certainly put quite a bit of effort into it. And I know our waste management, waste diversion working group has had a lot of discussion around it. It's quite complex. I don't know, Brett, I don't think you mentioned too, that wouldn't be significant change that has no real effect at all on our residents is that somebody else is hauling it. Their contractors hauling it. That's part of this program starting 2026. And other than that, I think the changes to that we're foreseeing anyway to the residents using it will be negligible in that all the streams are still going to be collected, but there could be subtle changes to that down the road. What we understand from Brett, but we're trying to keep, obviously through all of the discussions, we're trying to make sure that we keep this as simple as possible for our residents, and as any changes are very gradual and slow and to their benefit, you know, so that we can keep people participating in the program. That's the key, is keep everybody involved in it. So thank you.
Do we have a motion on this? I need a motion to receive this report. See, Councillor Hook, Councillor Thompson, further questions or comments? Ken?
Just further what Deputy Reeve Fritsch said, that we know that Rhett has done a lot of work on this. And we know that he can actually wear a very good negotiating hat too, because he negotiated a much better agreement than was first proposed. So it was a good job, Brett.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other comments? Ready for the vote? Councillor Thompson,
Yes.
Councillor Hook,
Yes.
Deputy Reeve Fritsch,
Yes.
Councillor Yash.
Yes,
That motion is carried. Yes, thank you, Brett. Good effort. Okay. Nothing else on the committees? Reports of officers, roads and waste update. Brett?
That's me again. Upper Flinton Road, ditching is continuing. This should allow us to maintain the road a little easier and prepare us for further work next year. Culvert replacements we're gonna be starting this week or next week, and continuing till we have them, completed on the gravel section of the road. Brushing's continuing, in Ward 2, and then, once, we're ready to move on, we'll be moving on to Ward 1. Ward 1 is touching up some roads with some, grading and some materials being placed, and grading in Ward 2 is being completed as conditions permit. I will warn everybody, be careful what you wish for when if you're thinking that your road's pretty rough and we have to go out and grade it. It's so dry out there and it's hard to grade, and it's hard to accomplish anything right now when you're grading, and you're going to create a lot of dust and a lot of powder. So, as far as the waste sites go, they're still busy with the nice weather. Fall cleanup starting, and we'll continue as we progress into winter. A little update on our capital projects that we had planned for this year. Couple or two or three things there. I guess we're going to be advertising our 2 tandem plow trucks and a flail mower for sale on Gov Deals this month. This money goes into reserves, similar to what we've done every other year. The Denbigh roof tender, it will be advertised soon, but work may not be completed until next year. That money was also coming out of reserves. And the Northbrook shelter that we had for storage will be advertised soon again, but the work may not be completed until next year. So this money was coming out of reserves also. So there's just wanted to update council on some of those capital items that we were planning on purchase, but some of it may not happen until next year. So
Ken,
I have a road related question. Request from a resident about the use of Jake brakes coming into and out of the village of Cloyne. I know it's a provincial highway. Many municipalities have these signs up asking people not to use the Jakes. Is that something that we have to request the MTO to put up a sign?
I can reach out to MTO to see what their policy is that way. Typically any signs going on the MTO right away would have to be
Right.
approved by them anyways.
Right.
Whether they would put it up or not, I'm not sure. They probably have, I presume they have some conditions that warrant those types of signs. Similar to other signs that they have to put up.
Right.
So yeah.
It is definitely loud if you live in the village of Cloyne. I live 5 kilometers from the village and I can hear it just as plain as today. So
Well,
they are loud.
They are noisy at
Yeah.
times for sure.
And
for
really
sure.
it's not necessary, right? There's no
No.
reason for that.
Yeah, and I guess there truckers will say there's a reason for it. So
yeah.
yeah.
you got us
And
break.
whether there's certain times, right, that would be maybe you would want to say in the evening or something like that, or at night that you don't want Jake
Yeah.
brakes used, right? So that might be something we have to consider too. Or
We would only have jurisdiction on the southbound lane. The northbound lane would be in North Frontenac. Oh, I've had this argument many times.
Really?
Maybe a different proponent, but I doubt it.
So I can reach out to them and ask them about what their requirements are for something like that. So
Great. Thanks.
The other thing is that a lot of the jurisdictions own the highway passing through the hamlets. Like for instance, Tweed has signs up. They own the road. I don't think we want the road.
no, I prefer not to take it over. Thanks.
Anyway, anything else? Did we have a motion? Need a motion to receive Brett's report? Counselor Yash, Deputy Reeve Fritsch. Questions? Ready for the vote? Counselor Thompson,
Yes.
Counselor Hook.
Yes.
Deputy Reeve Fritsch,
Yes.
Counselor Yash.
Yes.
That motion is carried. Nothing from the building inspector, CAO clerk, nothing. Planning secretary. Fire chief.
So this is just a quick update of things going on right now. Anybody that's drove by the Northbrook Fire Hall over the weekend would have saw that it was a little busy there. We've got the province's mobile live fire training unit there, which we've been working very hard for 12 hours a day for a couple of the days in the weekend, and last night and again tonight will be the last night we're using it. We had both Gallagher and Denbigh firefighters there using it. Great experience for them. It's interesting because a couple of ones that came on Sunday were only coming on Sunday, and then they showed up again last night. We want more. So they were back at it again last night, and I think they'll probably be there tonight. It'd be nice if we got a little more buy-in from some, but the ones that are doing it, great, and we're getting good turnout. Like we're getting 20 some at night, so that's good. Thanks to the roads department for getting the site set up for us there. It was perfect, even though the guy almost went to the township yard to deliver it. We had a firefighter chase him down the highway and have him bring it back there. Yeah, no, it's worked good. We're starting next weekend. We start our firefighter 1 course, and we've got well, we had 9, but we had 1 dropout yesterday, so we got 8 from Denbigh coming down for it. So it'll be good. It'll be every weekend till November, the end of October, I guess. So busy time.
Good.
And then the province announced there a year ago that they were doing a 3-year fire service grant, and with the uptake from last year, I was quite happy to see this year the province doubled the grant. So we're going to look at applying for more PPE, especially with all the new members coming on. That's about the best thing I think that we can use right now.
Anyone have any questions? Tony?
Yeah, thanks, Henry. Yeah, Casey, you just had one question about the firefighters from Denbigh, the new ones taking the firefighter 1 course. You may not have that data, but roughly are they all generally the new recruits recently, or are there some of them firefighters that have been around a while that decided to take it?
I gotta go through my mind
Yeah.
here for a quick duck. A couple are returned from previous, were around a few years ago and then left for a while. The rest of them are pretty well all new.
Thanks, Casey.
Any other questions? Need a motion to receive Casey's report. Counselor Thompson, Counselor Hook. Any further comments? Ready for the vote? Counselor Thompson,
Yes.
Counselor Hook.
Yes.
Deputy Reeve Fritsch.
Yes.
Counselor Yash.
Yes.
That motion is carried. Thank you, Casey. Appointees. Anything happening? Downstream or upstream? Any resolutions? Approval of the accounts as of September 15th. Counselor Thompson. Deputy Reeve Fritsch. Any questions? Ready for the vote? Counselor Thompson.
Yes.
Counselor Hook.
Yes.
Deputy Reeve Fritsch.
Yes.
Counselor Yash.
Yes.
That motion is carried. Okay, member statements. Costs, initiatives. Tony?
Yeah, thanks, Henry. I got on the agenda, but I didn't have the information ready in time to be published with the agenda, so I just finished putting that together this morning, so I apologize for that. So I won't read it all. I suspect it'll be with the meeting minutes as well, Christine. What was sent? Okay, thank you. So although online, there was an infographic here on the Prince Edward Lennox and Addington Social Services Homeless Prevention Program. It's just a big chart that explains all the services that are provided and agencies involved, which is useful if you're just trying to understand it a bit more. But I picked out just a few current Palace initiatives to just give a quick overview to council on. And the first one's this homelessness working group, which is coming up October 1st for municipal elected officials and for municipal staff only. And it involves all the lower tiers in our county, plus Prince Edward County, because we're all tied together in the Palace Social Services program. That homelessness is certainly a significant issue, and if you are in Napanee, you will see it as one way. If you are in Addington Highlands, you would see it in a very, very different way. So we do have our share of homelessness people, and we may not think it, but we do have it here. So this session is very much a brainstorming session around it because it's quite a complicated issue with no one seems to have a lot of solutions right now. But I think looking forward to that, and it's likely the outcome of this will, or a follow-up to this session will likely be for sure some Palace staff engaging all of the agencies involved in sort of supporting the homelessness problem. Either through sort of one-on-one, or there may be another larger group meeting similar to the one that's coming up October 1st, but that's to be determined. The other one is homeless and housing plan. Our social service, Palace, our social services already has a plan in place that expired last year, and now the Ministry of Municipal Affairs and Housing is requesting a new plan for 26 to 35. So if you wonder, why do we want a homelessness and housing plan? It's really to guide the service managers in identifying and responding sort of to current and projected housing and homelessness needs in our communities, and obviously trying to improve the outcomes for those people in need. And we will be engaged in the development of this plan. Certainly municipal staff will be, and there'll be some community consultation. It'll start in this fall, and be completed in May next year. And the third item is housing needs study. So although it was proposed to be initiated a couple of years ago, the housing needs study got a little delay because from a federal level, Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation launched a study of their own, and we thought it was quite valuable to get the results of that, which they have now been received, and Palace is going to incorporate those into an update to our housing needs study, which will start very shortly. I think that's in October, and go to February next year. Some of the things that'll come out of that is certainly in a current property inventory, although in consultations with municipalities and the community, sort of looking for ideas and maybe developing some models for potential housing projects, including costing, funding, and where the best type of physical buildings would fit in certain areas. And there'd be some detailed municipal level reports being provided with all sorts of data to back it up, and some recommendations to guide future affordable housing initiatives. And for sure, there will be consultations with our township and with the community. So we'll be looking forward to see what that study produces for certainly our area, and then for the Palace area as a whole. If anybody has any questions, I can forward them on to somebody who can answer. No.
Yeah.
I'm still confused, like we undertook, or staff undertook, looking at available properties. That was what, about a year ago? And whatever happened with that? Like, is there anything going to happen with that, or that was just for information?
Okay, so Henry, you can correct me maybe if get this mixed up because I don't have the actual dates. So 3 of the lower tiers submitted information to the county, with the exception of Greater Napanee, that was waiting for, I think, other processes that they were looking at to work their way through. So they did receive them, and it was decided to take it in believe at least a 2-staged approach, and not sort of put all our apples into one basket and sort of one massive housing development. So they didn't commit yet to anything specifically being built, but in Loyalist Township, there was a decision to procure a property. And have it just do the site prep. I don't mean ensure they had a proper entrance and stuff to it, that type of thing. And that's sort of where it stands, and nothing else has came back. Nothing's come back to county council with any recommendations on anything being built and or looking at what the other townships, looking at what wasn't decided yet, and that was, so what do we want to build something in the other municipality? So there was, again, no commitment on a building in Loyalist, but no commitment on a property or building in the other 3 lower tiers yet. I'll say the word yet, because that's the best way I can put it.
So we're still in the running, or maybe we're not. We just don't know. It's kind of in limbo right now.
Yeah. Yes, we're still in the running. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? If not, I guess I need a motion to receive Tony's report. Councillor Thompson, Councillor Yash, comments, ready for the vote. Councillor Thompson,
Yes.
Councillor Hook,
Yes,
Deputy Reeve,
Yes.
Councillor Yash,
Yes.
that motion is carried. Thank you, Tony. A lot of talk on the federal stage in the last few days. About homelessness and what's available. Any new business? Confirming bylaws, confirming the proceedings. Councillor Yash, Councillor Thompson. Ready for the vote. Councillor Thompson,
Yes.
Councillor Hook,
yes.
Deputy Reeve Fritsch,
Yes.
Councillor Yash.
Yes.
That motion is carried. Were we gonna talk about the Christmas dinner? After, okay. Motion to adjourn. Councillor Thompson, Councillor Yash. Ready for the vote. Councillor Thompson,
Yes.
Councillor Hook,
Yes.
Deputy Reeve Fritsch,
Yes.
Councillor Yash.
Yes.
That motion is carried, and we are adjourned.